taking away a little bit from, going away from government to Haiti, I've researched that you went down as a medical student to Haiti.
That's right.
How do you think the government is responding to the needs of people in Haiti?
The federal government?
Yeah, or just provincial and federal.
Yeah. I think we could do more as a province, and I don't want to make it a political issue. It's too vital, it's too important to make into a, this battle over how much we're giving. We need to give as much as we possibly can, not only in the short term. We need to commit a decade to these people. If they don't get better infrastructure, education, health care, roads, opportunities for their businesses to thrive, we will be dealing with the same crises in 10 years. People not able to meet their basic needs, and violence, and a corrupt government that just continues because they're using power to maintain control. We have to build up a country in its solid foundations, socially, economically, and some of the other political safeguards that need to be there. So federally, we are giving more than any other country.
Really?
Per capita.
158 million or something.
So I'm proud of that. I'm proud that we're giving more, but we have more.
Yeah.
We are one of the wealthiest countries in the world. We should be giving more. And not only in money, but in manpower, and I hope in a longer-term plan that will rebuild this country, and they can be more self-sufficient after that.
Yeah, and we're also the wealthiest province. So.
Exactly. We're the wealthiest province, so we should be giving everything we can.
Right. Where do you stand on the pirogue? That's a big issue right now, and it's funny because talking in my political science class, they happen all the time, but this one has a lot of controversy surrounding it.
Well, it's two examples, it seems to me, and I'm not trying to be partisan about this at all. This is a conservative government, and I'm a liberal, but this is not a conservative liberal issue. Mm-hmm. I'm a Democrat. Mm-hmm. And that means, as an elected official, we need to be there to talk about the issues that people care about. We cannot shut down something just because it's uncomfortable.
Right.
That's not democracy. And I could see, in the one instance, a year ago, when the Prime Minister prorogued because he was about to face a non-confidence vote.
Right.
That rankled. And now, as he was facing criticism over Afghanistan, he prorogues again. Mm-hmm. That, to me, is an abdication of responsibility to deal with the tough issues and face the consequences. The people should be involved in deciding whether you've made good decisions on their behalf or not. You should not be able to shut down debate and close Parliament just because it's getting hot under the dome.
It's difficult. Because
it's difficult, controversial, and you may be embarrassed to find out, in fact, some of your senior officials lied. Mm-hmm. Sorry, that's part of what accountable government is about. You reveal what's not been working right, and you change it.
Right.
You don't shut things down and pretend that everything is going to be okay.
What happens, this is just kind of a general question, what happens with the provincial government during a pirogue?
I've never seen it. I've never heard of it. What we sometimes see, of course, is a closure on debate. Bill 50 was an example.
Right.
They decided they didn't want to face all these challenges and questions about this big electrical infrastructure they wanted to build. And so they said, we're going to put a limit on the time you can debate this. Mm-hmm. So they shut down debate at a certain point so that they could go ahead and ask for the vote, and then they passed it because they have so many people in the House. That's a misuse of power as well, when they close debate. But we have not had any proroguing, and maybe because they've been so comfortable.
Right.
They've had a majority. They can do what they want in the House.
Final thought, what do you want university students to know about the Liberal Party and about you as their leader?
Well, what I'd really like them to know is that I want them to be involved. This is their province, a wonderful, bountiful province of tremendous opportunity for all of us. But we will only get what we want at the end of the day for ourselves and our children and our grandchildren if we demand good government. That means making policies not on the basis of ideology or self-interest or strong lobby groups, making policy on the basis of a future orientation, good evidence, not just basing it on self-interest, and understanding what the public wants for their future. So consulting with the public. I want students and young people to realize that they can make a difference in this. And in the Liberal Party, we're a young party. Well, we're not a young party, but we're a small party. The official opposition, with 9 seats out of 83. We are the official opposition. We need more support from young people who believe in a sensible center approach. Not right-wing, not left-wing, but in a sensible center on policies such as education and health care and resource development and environment. we are only going to get that if more people get involved and change this tired old government.
I find that a lot of people that I'm friends with, or a lot of people that I've encountered, are very liberal-minded. I think it's just maybe they're not going out to the polls, and just because their parents felt, oh, it's conservative and it's always going to be a conservative government.
I'm afraid that's too true. People have given up. That's a very dangerous position to be in as a democracy. When you don't believe you matter, then you're going to get worse and worse and worse government, because you don't engage and you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in your province. That's a recipe for disaster. And I think we're headed in that direction. Fortunately, the Wildrose Alliance have reignited people's sense that, okay, there's a new kid on the block. What do they think? What do they care about? And how does that reflect my interests?
Right.
And as they hear more about how this Wildrose Alliance is pulling us even further to the right and away from that sensible center, they're going to say, oh, maybe I should get involved and write a letter, meet with my local MLA, join the party, influence their policy, write some ideas for how I think post-secondary education should be funded, or what our taxes should be, or how the environment could be better managed. Students can make a big difference there. And I guess we just need to encourage them to think about that possibility, because it's hard to believe as young people that you can make a difference.
Yes.
It really is, especially as we get bigger and bigger population, more and more complex issues. People tend to feel that they have no power and no ability to change things, when in fact they are affecting things by not being involved.
Right.
And they're affecting them in a negative way. So we desperately need young people to be more engaged.
I agree. I feel like it's, when you look at issues, especially tuition increase, how many times have students petitioned and wrote and got involved in that, and we still don't feel like, then we look and it's 47% fee increase. So.
We're at albertaliberal.com.
Got it.
Join us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.